Good evening, everyone, at rantfinance.com, and welcome to another edition of Dino's Tech Picks. It is July 11th, about 9:40 p.m. Eastern, and looking at the minis. I'll quickly recap here because I got some, I think it's some important news for the Bulls that I'm seeing, but yesterday we had the big move down, had a little bull flag going here. Last night, kind of pan in a little bit. Not the most dominant pattern here, but kind of sloppily made its way up, hit its targets, back tested that 1342 area, which I was really hoping this would happen during regular open market hours. But it hit wee early this morning, around 7 a.m. Eastern, and came down, kind of wallowed around all day. Had the big spike down on the job news, and then we had a decent close to close relatively flat, at least on the S&P. But what I'm watching tonight, and I'm going to pan into a closer view here, is we got another inverse head and shoulders here, similar to the one that we had earlier in the week. We had had a downdraft. We had left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we popped up, and then we immediately sold off, and that's kind of what we have here. Here we had a sell-off, reversal pattern, and it's kind of hard to see on this 15-minute, but it was there and it played out. It basically that target was 1356.75, if I remember, and it hit 1356.5. Anyway, we immediately sold off, and here we are again. Same setup, more defined pattern here, left shoulder, head, and looky what we got going on here. It was funny, about a half an hour ago, I was going to start doing this video a little after 9 p.m. and I thought, we need to come down. We need to come down. Push down to maybe this horizontal support here, 1334, somewhere around there, and put the kids to bed now. And I came back just a few minutes later, and we started dropping on a little bit of volume here. This is off hours, obviously, so and we're outside the Bollinger Band. I'd love to get oversold conditions, maybe get another candle down to this 1334, and then start moving up. What if this, there's a lot of ifs here, but if this pattern were to play out, we got about 11 point move here from the head to the neckline, so 11 points from, that's pretty much a horizontal neckline, call it 1339 maybe ish, somewhere around there. We're looking at around the 1349, 1350 area, somewhere up here, which is interesting because I also went back to the 30-minute view here, and we got a fairly defined channel here, only 2 touches on the top, but guess what? If this pattern plays out, it's going to shoot us up right about here. Minis run sloppy. We overthrew on the bottom of this channel. I would not be surprised if we overthrew in the top. So this would be an interesting spot. For me, how I would look at it, if this plays out, how I will look at it is that would be a great place to short with a tight stop. Play the pattern till it breaks. Well, this trend is down, obviously. So it could be a great spot for bears to short. It could be a reversal move for the bulls here to get out of this downswing and make another run at at the highs here. So I'm going to keep an awful close look or awful close eye on this tonight. I will definitely have an update in the morning to see if this plays out. I will say, this other pattern, if you remember correctly, this is what happened overnight. We had the right shoulder form overnight. You can see the times up here in the upper left-hand corner. And then we broke out about 4:30 in the morning, came up and we back tested right at pre-market, and then right at the open is when we hit the high and then sold off. So don't be surprised if something similar happens here, where this actually breaks out and back tests and then starts taking off overnight. Again, this is a 15-minute time frame. This isn't 30-minute or 4 hours. So and it's a smaller pattern. So I guess one warning for bulls would be if we get a great big gap up to this 1347 through 1350 area. I can tell you one thing: I will be selling my longs at the open and going short definitely. I think a big gap up is bearish at this point. I could be wrong. Again, that could be a move or a means for the bulls to break out of this downtrend. But I'd say odds are, gapping up outside of a downtrend, and with a bullish pattern completing, target being met, I won't be bullish there, or I won't have any longs. I can tell you that. One more point here, baby. One more point. Come down to that horizontal. Can you tell I'm long? But I'll keep an eye on this, and feel free to check back in the morning. I'll have an update, and we'll see if we get some clues on this pattern and how things are going to trade tomorrow. Thanks.